We're visiting the best food spots in Paris, one neighborhood at a time. From classic bistros serving French comfort food that has stood the test of time, to modern Paris restaurants redefining gourmet cuisine, we'll cover it all, highlighting the finest that each zone has to offer. It might not come across as shocking to you, but many Parisians still prefer traditional French comfort food, even though they love modern trends. And could you even blame them? Paris is known for its fancy cuisine, strict cooking rules, and bustling bistros. But the food scene in Paris has evolved significantly over time. Imagine having a hot pita filled with beef bourguignon for lunch, and then a lavish multi-course dinner with stunning presentations. I know your mouth is salivating already, but let's begin our Paris food tour with a classic French pastry, the baguette. The baguette is a slice of French culture, a loaf with a legacy. It is 250 grams of magic and perfection, so it's no surprise it earned UNESCO Heritage status on November 30th, 2022. Whether spread with jam, made into a sandwich, or just dipped in a delicious sauce, the baguette is the French specialty par excellence. The baguette is well known for its crispy crust and soft interior, and the Viennese bread that was transported to Paris in the 19th century gave rise to its iconic shape. Where can you find the best baguettes? For those who want to taste nothing but the best, go to an artisan baker for the finest baguettes. How do they bake bread this good? Artisan bakers use the best ingredients and take their time to make everything just perfect. They knead the dough by hand, let it rise slowly, and then bake it to perfection. The Utopie bakery has won the 31st annual Best Baguette in Paris' competition. Xavier Netry just won the award for using an ingenious secret ingredient. His winning recipe? It's all about letting the dough ferment long and slow, baking it just right, and, of course, sprinkling in a little love and passion. Don't you agree? Smash that like button if you do. Next, let's explore the opera. Wait, this is a food video. Why are we talking about opera? Well, this isn't about the opera house, but a mouth-watering French cake that shares the same name. A Parisian pastry chef created a cake in 1955, and when his wife saw it, she remarked that it resembled the grand stage of the Palais Garnier, the Paris Opera House. And with that, the naming ceremony was over. Opera Cake got its name. This cake also features a playful reference to Paris. It's made with Gioconde sponge. And guess what? The model for Da Vinci's Mona Lisa, Lisa del Giocondo, is the source for the name. The opera cake is a masterpiece with layers of almond sponge cake soaked in coffee syrup, filled with rich ganache and coffee-flavored buttercream, and a smooth and generous glossy chocolate glaze topping. This rich dessert, sometimes referred to as the opera cake or the cliché cake, has many stories about its origin. Back in 1903, Louis Clichy made waves at the exposition Culinary in Paris with a cake that bore his name in big, bold letters. It quickly became the signature dish at his Boulevard Beaumarchais shop. But wait, there's more to the story. Another pastry company, Dalloyau, made a comparable treat known as l'Opéra. Some claim theirs is the authentic one. Where can you find Paris's most delicious opera cake? Let Dalloyau be your first stop. Established in 1682, this renowned Parisian culinary establishment has extensive experience in crafting exquisite dishes. Additionally, their opera cake is sure to please any chocolate and coffee lover. The croissant is the next item on our Paris food tour menu. Croissants are a popular choice for breakfast. The origins of this delicious dessert are really Austrian bakeries that first opened in Paris in the 1830s. This Viennese dessert is well known for its delectable butter flavor. But how did it become a star in the Paris food guide? Over time, it evolved from its original brioche texture to being made with puff pastry and glazed with egg wash, earning it legendary status. These days, it's common to find croissants next to another popular dessert called pain au chocolat. These timeless dishes may look different, but they're just as tasty and sure to tempt your taste buds. How do you savor a croissant like a true Parisian? This classic pastry is a must-try in French cuisine. Imagine this: a freshly baked croissant and a steaming hot cup of tea or coffee. The flakiness of the croissant and the warmth of the beverage create a heavenly combo. When you tear into a well-made croissant, you find a crisp golden exterior and layers of buttery goodness inside. It's a flavorful experience that will take you right to the neighborhoods of Paris. The Macaron is another Parisian delicacy. Hey, these are cookies, aren't they? These vibrant treats are more than simply cookies. They are flavorful and picture-perfect. The delicious circular treat known as the Parisian Macaron is perfect for a relaxing tea break. It has a delicious filling that is bursting with classic and exotic flavors, such as pistachio, chocolate, red fruits, or even licorice, between two crispy almond-based shells. Where do we get the best savory macarons in Paris? Patisserie Sadaharu Aoki is well known for macarons. Sadaharu Aoki, an award-winning pastry chef, has been delighting Parisians with his unique blend of Japanese and French pastry influences. His macarons are all filled with chocolate ganache, which comes in milk, white, and dark chocolate flavors. Famous Parisian pastry shops like Ladurée and Pierre Hermé are responsible for its remarkable rise in popularity. They've added their unique touch to these tasty treats, making them impossible to refuse for anyone with a sweet tooth. However, if you want to enjoy them without any compromises, go straight to Ladurée or Pierre Hermé instead of the typical Paris restaurants. But I know what you are all thinking. Why are French macarons so expensive? They are more expensive than most, but there's a solid reason for that. It is a time-consuming and labor-intensive procedure. Not only that, but the filling must rest for a whole day in order to work its magic and achieve that perfect texture. That's a lot of hard work, almost as much as we have put into this video for getting the best places for you. Could you do me a favor and hit that subscribe button to show us your support? Thus, the next time you see an extensive assortment of flavors on display, think about the countless hours of labor that went into making them all. Nothing beats starting a Paris dining experience with soup. And guess which is the most popular one? Onion soup. This aromatic bowl of goodness is a Parisian favorite. It's a delectable combination of creamy broth and caramelized onions, topped with melted cheese and crisp croutons. It's a flavor explosion. Restaurants in the old market halls used to serve it to energize late-night revelers and market traders. And these days, it's available on the menu of every top Parisian eatery. There's an interesting narrative about its origin. One evening, as Louis XV was getting hungry, he opened his pantry and found nothing but onions, butter, and champagne. He asked the chef to cook something using these three ingredients, and voila! Thus, the fabled onion soup originated. Where is the best place to have onion soup in Paris? Looking for the best spots in Paris to have some onion soup? Look no further than Le Poulbeau and Bistros des Vosges. At Le Poulbeau, they even added their own twist on the traditional recipe. Both of these Paris restaurants have earned expert ratings of 9 out of 10. Once you enjoy this tasty soup, you'll crave it for sure. It's one of the culinary delights that Paris has to offer. Now, let's have a quick tour of the best food spots in Paris. The eating scene in Paris, the home of fine dining, fast-paced kitchens, and bustling bistros, has changed dramatically throughout time. It now showcases an array of excellent culinary experiences, flavors, and ambiances. Award-winning chef Jean-François Piège's Clover Grill is a sophisticated restaurant that's well-liked by the media and fashion set. It's a modern French steakhouse that works well for both a long lunch with friends and a business meeting. Epicure is unquestionably a restaurant with 3 Michelin stars. To support it, there's stylish decor, flawless service, and outstanding culinary skills. Allard is one of the few remaining traditional gourmet bistros, and you'll find yourself going there frequently. The cuisine and atmosphere are equally exquisite here. Bastille, one of the best neighborhoods in Paris for dining out, is a Foodies Paradise. With all of the interesting eateries that surround Place de la Bastille, you could easily spend months dining and exploring. Here are just a couple places you really should go. Dune, Big Mama's East Mama branch, for fantastic pizza and spritz, and the recently renovated Café di Utopie, a trendy trattoria that's all the rage right now. Every Paris foodie guide highlight these must-visit spots. But always remember, a daily budget of $8,100 covers the majority of expenses. But having extra for surprises or unusual experiences is prudent. On your journey, keep an eye out for fluctuating currency rates and pricing. It would be an understatement to say that Paris is well known for its culinary choices. Even for a seasoned local, it can be challenging to decide where to go in a given neighborhood or location, let alone a specific restaurant. Those were our top picks. What were your thoughts on the video? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, do consider subscribing to our channel to show us your support. We will see you very soon with another delightful video.